so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking. Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Docking Stadium for another day of Adrian College Women's Bulldogs Soccer. As your Adrian College Bulldogs will take on the Spalding Golden Eagles. I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Dylan Knighton will be your director. Olivia is working the camera upstairs. As Adrian College and Spalding University are getting ready. As we'll start off our first half shortly. Adrian College teammates getting words of advice, trying to make sure they have that preparation ready. And I'd like to give a special shout out to the Spalding Golden Eagles goalkeeper, Jordan Schneider, who has been named Defensive Player of the Week from her region, so congratulations to her for all her hard work and dedication she has done to receive this award. As both teams get ready to take the field, as they get ready for kickoff. I would also like to give a shout out to Tori Pylon, who on Wednesday celebrated her 21st birthday, so a very happy belated birthday to her. And as we're getting ready for kickoff, as looks like the Eagles will have the ball first. And the ref blows the whistle, and here we go. Adrian College versus Spalding University. As the goalie, Caitlin Stanton, the sophomore from Portland, Michigan, picks it up. That's a good kick from her. And a good header from Caitlin Dake. Now Zoli's got it. Now it ends up into Bailey Young. Now they're trying to keep it from going to the touchline as Tori Pylon's got it. Passes it on over to Alana Earl. Now Spalding has it again. And now Jordan Schneider kicks it on over to Julie Nelson. Now Anderson comes to get it. And she'll do a throw-in as she gets ready. And we'll see what the... No, it'll be a throw-in from Tori Pylon. And it looks like she'll try to do a throw-in again. Just the start of things here at Docking Stadium. I'm Forrest Vernier along with Dylan Knighton. Now Josie Huber. Pass it over to Kelsey Zoli. Now Spalding has it again. As the Golden Eagles look to fly. Now Stanton will have another play on this one. And Stanton backs up, trying to make sure she has the right momentum. Now it's right over to Kaylee Bowden. That one goes out of play, but Ellie Trentman passes on over to Melanie Frick. Zoli has it again. Now the Golden Eagles got it. Now Elise Fries. Back to Zoli. Zoli trying to maneuver around a couple of the Eagles. Zoli making good work defensively. But it goes out of play. As the Golden Eagles will have another throw-in from Madison. And now back to Zoli. Heading down the line, Anna Marie Fosmoen. And that'll go out of play. Now it looks like Caitlin Dake is getting ready to do a corner kick. And Dake gets ready for the corner kick. And a good corner kick from Dake. But that one goes on a play from a header. And now Dake will do another corner kick from the other side. And she's got it. And that one's headed by Fries. And it goes out of play again as Jordan Schneider, the SLIAC Defensive Player of the Week, gets her turn at the ball. And she makes her kick. That one was played by Melanie Frick, the freshman from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Now, Anna Marie Fosmoen gives it over to Kaylee Bowden. Now this will be a throw-in. That one's played by Caitlin Dake. And it gets by Fosmoen. Bowden comes to get it. And that one's stolen by Bailey Young. Bailey Young is a senior from Bardstown, Kentucky. Now Ellie Trentman passes on over to Frick. And now Zoli's got it. Passes it over to Bowden. And she gets that one over to Fries. Bowden making good work. Fries with a nice kick. Over to Riley Mugrabi. Now that bounces in. Headed by Bailey Young. That one's passed over to Layla Salahovic. And the ball's going to go out of play past the touchline. Now Tori Pylon's got it as she'll get ready to do another throw-in. No score so far from either side. Now Anderson passes it back to Pylon. And now another steal. And a nice kick from Sydney Anderson. Right over to Caitlin Dake. And the referee blows the whistle. We'll see what the call will be pretty shortly. And I believe this will be a free kick for the Golden Eagles. Now Kylie Wilson will be the one to do the free kick. And a good kick. And it's caught by Caitlin Stanton. Because remember, when you're the goalkeeper, you can use your hands to touch the ball. Now that one's played by Anderson as Pylon comes over to the side to come get it. Good defense shown from the Bulldogs as Sarah Hohenscheid kicks that one out of play. Now Pylon will get ready for another throw-in. Played by Zoli. Now Mugrabi. And a good kick from Pylon. Now that one gets by Zoli. Now the flag goes up, as it'll be another throw-in from Tori Pylon. She throws it in, and it's played by Zoli. And it'll go out of play again. And Pylon will have another throw-in. And now Hohenscheid with the kick. And it looked like Mugrabi was going for a header, but it bounced right behind her. And a header from Bowden. Dake trying to show some offense here. Now Josie Huber passes that over to Fosmoen. Wilson does a good job preventing it from going out of play. Pylon gets it over to Mugrabi. That'll be played by Zoli to Dake. And it's picked up by Schneider. Schneider kicks it high and far, and it bounces in. And Anderson misses the header. Good recovery from Josie Huber. Zoli making a good strategy, getting it over to Bowden. But it will go just out of play as it gets by Fosmoen. Now Trentman will toss it in. Over to Julie Nelson. Back to Schneider. And it gets right back to the Golden Eagles. And it gets right by Zoli. But Zoli makes a good recovery getting the ball back. Dake over to Mugrabi. Yeah, nice defense shown from the Golden Eagles. Is now Fosmoen. Passes it over to Freeze. A good save from Freeze, preventing it from going to the touchline. And it rolls over to Sydney Anderson. And a good header from Melanie Frick. And that one's going to roll back out of play. And this will be a throw-in for the Eagles. Or the Golden Eagles, I apologize. Now Zoli kicks it over, but it will roll out of play. And now Trentman will have another throw-in. That one's played by Freeze. And Trentman will have to try it again. And a good header from Freeze. Over to Kelsey Zoli. And Zoli with a good kick. But ends up back to the Golden Eagles. Right back to Nelson. Over to Schneider. And Zoli plays that on her knees. And it gets right by Zoli. Over to Freeze. Right by Fosmoen, back to the Eagles. And no, Fosman gets it back. Dake chasing after the ball. Dake making good work. And that one gets over the goal. What an effort, though, from Caitlin Dake. As Jordan Schneider takes her time. She makes sure she has enough momentum, makes her kick. Now it's headed by Sarah Hohenscheid. And that one's going to go out of play. And they'll get a new ball as Tori Pylon gets ready for the throw-in. Now Julie Nelson. And now Anderson. Right at Fosmoen. Now to Riley Mugrabi. Right to Josie Huber. And she gets that one back to Mugrabi. She looked like she was trying to possibly go for a score, but it gets back to the Golden Eagles. That one was played by Madison Diedzik. Now Taylor Mahoney passes on over to Nelson. Now Riley Ratchford. But that one gets to Freeze. And a header. And the kick from Huber. As Pylon passes it to Hohenscheid. And she gets it back to Pylon. She tried passing that to Mugrabi, but another good steal from the Golden Eagles. That one gets by Anderson. Stanton waits for it as she comes to get it. Stanton taking her time. Less than 30 minutes to go here in the first half. No score so far from either side. And it looks like we're going to get ready for another free kick, as this will be the second free kick of the night from the Golden Eagles. She's got it. And Stanton will catch it. Another good catch from Caitlin Stanton. Stanton makes sure everyone gets where they need to be. And there's the header. Fosmoen trying to come get it, but she'll make it go out of play. As it's thrown in from Kaylee Bowden. Over to Josie Huber. To Fries. To Bailey Young. And coming to get that one is Faith Rutherford. Rutherford is a senior from Jamestown, Ohio. Graduated from Greenview High School. And now Bowden tried to get it, but ends up into Melanie Frick. Now Dake. And Dake gets it. That was a good steal from Caitlin Dake. And it's heading towards the goal. And she's got it! Riley Mugrabi with the first goal of the night. Let Bruiser paw print that one on the board. 1-0 Adrian College. As we're going to take a look at that one again. And what a strategy shown from the Bulldogs. As Riley Mugrabi makes it 1-0. And that one gets out of play. One to nothing Bulldogs. As Mugrabi gets the ball again. But that one gets by Fosmoen. It's Kaylee Bowden, throws it in. Now it ends up to Zoli. Back to Bowden. And it gets by Dake. As we have a little more than 25 minutes left remaining. But the Bulldogs lead 1-0 from a goal from Riley Mugrabi. And now Jordan Schneider. Gets ready to put the ball in play for the Golden Eagles. Now it gets over to Kaylee Bowden. Now Josie Huber tried to steal that one. And it looks like she tripped on that one. Let's hope she's okay. And she gets up. Now Trentman will throw it in. As Caitlin Stanton picks it up. And that one bounces in right by Caitlin Dake. And that'll go out of play as Eagles get ready to throw it in. And Dake showing good defense. But now Fosmoen will pass it back to Victoria Pylon. Now Kelsey Zoli making good work with the ball. As this one's going to be close. Caitlin Dake over to Kaylee Bowden, and it'll be caught by Schneider. Schneider with a good kick. Now it's headed. The ball goes backwards. Now the ball will just go out of play. So the Golden Eagles will have another throw in. And that one gets right over Josie Huber. Now Bowden. But the Golden Eagles have it again. Now Dake kicks that one, and it goes out of play. Now Trentman will get ready for another throw-in. For those of you that are just tuning in, the Bulldogs lead 1-0 from a goal from Riley Mugrabi, as it has been the only goal so far from either side. Now Stanton will get ready to put the ball back in play. Now it's headed right in the middle of the field. Now Dake to Sarah Hohenscheid. And back to Caitlin Dake. Zoli will chase after that one. A good recovery from Zoli. And now Dake. She stumbles, but she gets back up. And now Olivia Bosch, the junior from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Tried to pass it over to Taylor Mahoney, but and we'll see what the call will be. Now it looks like Josie Huber is getting ready to do a free kick. And that one's headed. And another goal! Let Bruiser paw print that one on the board as it's 2-0 Adrian College. As Riley Mugrabi gets her second goal of the night. And we'll take a look at this one again. Well kicked. A good strategy. 2-0 Adrian College. And we'll take a look at this other replay. Good offense shown from Adrian College so far tonight, as they lead 2-0. As both goals tonight have been from Mugrabi. Now Sydney Anderson passes it over to Tori Pylon. Pylon back to Mugrabi. And this will be the third free kick of the night for the Golden Eagles. Less than 20 minutes to go here in this first half. I'm Forrest Vernier with Dylan Niter, who is your director. Olivia is upstairs working the camera for us tonight. As this will be another free kick. It's Julie Nelson with the kick, and it gets right by Stanton. Two 2-0 Bulldogs here in this first half. Stanton backs up, because remember, the farther she is, the more momentum. And it bounces right by Dake, going out of play. Ellie Trentman will throw it in. And Josie Huber tried to steal it, but the ref blew the whistle. We'll see what the call will be. And now Taylor Mahoney, the senior from Mount Washington, Kentucky, with the free kick. That one gets by Stan as she goes to pick it up. And now it looks like Melanie Perney is going to come in and substitute for Tori Pylon. Melanie Perney is a freshman from Eaton Rapids, Michigan, graduated from Eaton Rapids High School. And there's the kick from Stanton. Huber went for the header, but she missed. Good defense shown from Taylor Mahoney. Bulldogs have a 2-0 lead here in this first half. As the Golden Eagles, Faith Rutherford gets ready for a corner kick. She gets ready, makes her kick. And a nice header from Bowden. A good kick from Kelsey Zoli. Fosmoen trying to come get it, but it will end up being kicked by Lelius Solvik. As Fosmoen goes down, but gets back up. Looks like she's okay. And now Tegan Bergeron will come in and substitute for Elise Fries. Bergeron is a sophomore from New Baltimore, Michigan. Graduated high school from Anchor Bay. And there's the header from Sarah Hohenscheid. And that one gets over to Josie Huber. Again, good defense shown from the Golden Eagles. That one ends up back to Jordan Schneider. Fosmoen trying to get over to Caitlin Dake. And it's back to Fosmoen. And a good steal from the Golden Eagles. But it's back to Caitlin Dake. Right to Josie Huber. Right to Bowden. Now Bergeron with a good kick. But it will go out of play as Kaylee Bowden will get ready for the throw-in. And there's the header. And there's Caitlin Dake with the kick. It's Foz Moen. Tried passing it over to Dake. And what's the call from the ref? And it looks like Josie Huber will get ready for her second free kick of the night. And the second one overall for Adrian College. She gets ready, and she's got it. And it's headed. And that one was close. But a good pickup from Jordan Schneider. As we have under 14 minutes left in this first half. She kicks it high and far. But Huber misses the header. And Anderson chasing after that one. She tried passing it to Mugrabi, but it goes out of play. It's the Eagles, the Golden Eagles do their throw-in. As we're getting another substitute. As Grace Streitenberger will come in and take over for Madison Diedzik. Now Zoli tried to get over to Hohenscheid. But now it gets back to Stanton. Stanton with a nice line drive kick. Bounces in at Zoli. Zoli with a good kick. Fosmoen trying to get it. A good job by Fosmoen keeping it from going out of play. Mugrabi. Looks like she tried going for another point or another goal. Now Dake's got it. That ball's headed toward the corner, but it will go out of play. As we'll have a throw-in from the Golden Eagles. And it will go out of play again. Here's the throw-in. Good defense shown from the Golden Eagles again. That one gets back to Sydney Anderson. Anderson with a nice kick to Fosmoen. And now Zoli comes to get it. But it gets by Caitlin Dake. Headed toward the corner. But it'll go out of play. And Caitlin Dake will have her second corner kick as Alana Earl is going to come in and substitute for Kaylee Bowden. Caitlin Dake backing up. And she makes her corner kick. That one was headed by Sarah Hohenscheid. And it gets back to Hohenscheid. But it gets by Zoli. Bulldogs have the ball again. Anderson gets that one over to Freeze. Right to Bergeron. Now Tretman. But Dake going after the ball again. And Mugrabi went for the goal, but missed. It's Jordan Schneiber. Gets ready to put the ball back in play. Less than 10 minutes to go here in this first half. Bulldogs have a 2-0 lead. Both goals have been from Riley Mugrabi. A nice kick from Schneider. But that one will be thrown in from Ellie Trent. Right to Melanie Frick. Right over to Faith Ruthenbord. To Bailey Young. And Zoli's got it. Right to Vergeron. Anderson passes it on over to Melanie Perney. Perney gets that to Fosmoen. But the ref blows the whistle. We'll see what the call will be. As it'll be another free kick for the Golden Eagles. A nice kick, but Zoli with a good header. This will be a free kick for Tegan Bergeron. Less than 8 minutes to go in this first half as Bergeron makes her kick. And it bounces right by Mugrabi. But the ball goes out of play as Mugrabi will give that one to Caitlin Dake as Zoe Greenbaum is coming in to substitute for Anna Marie Fosmoen. Dake with the throw in. But now it gets back to her, but she kicks it. Now Bree Aikens, who just came into this game, makes a play on that one. And now Melanie Perney will do the throw in. Right at Zoli. Zoli, this one's going to be close. And it just gets by Jordan Schneider. Good effort, though, from Kelsey Zoli. And we're going to get a substitute for the Golden Eagles, as Alyssa Beard comes in and takes over for Bailey Young. As Schneider backs up to kick the ball. She makes a good line drive kick. Goes right over Zoli, but it gets to Sarah Hohenstein. The ball goes out of play. Less than 6 minutes to go in this first half. Now Carly Chamberlain will come in and substitute for Riley Mugrabi. As Mugrabi heads over to the sidelines. But what a performance she has had so far in this first half. Scoring 2 goals. As she gets a hug from Leah Holman, one of her teammates. Now the Golden Eagles. But no, Kelsey Zoli's got it back. Pass it over to Bergeron. Right to Alana Earl. Alana Earl is a sophomore from Macomb, Michigan. But it gets by Zoli. But it will barely go out of play. Earl has it again. Passes it over to Greenbaum. And now Bree Aikens. Good defense shown from Aggie O'Brien. Or no, that was Macy Rollins. I apologize. Four and a half minutes left to go in this first half. Zalana Earl kicks that out of play. As Earl will get ready for her first throw in. Played on the knees by Zoli. Bergeron comes to get it. Passes it over to Perney. Well, that one's headed toward the touchline. 4 minutes to go. Now Sydney Anderson passes it over to Earl. Earl tried getting that one to Carly Chamberlain. But it bounces right back. It bounces right back to Earl. Now at Kelsey Zoli. Zoli doing a good job guarding the ball. Right to Bergeron. Now Bree Akins will make that one go out of play. Looks like Faith Ruthford fell down, but gets right back up. And now this will be a free kick for the Golden Eagles. As Macy Rollins passes on over, but a good steal from Chamberlain. Now Akins with the knee. Chamberlain tries to come get it. Akins kicks that one and it goes over the goal, but it gets stuck in one of the nets as a new ball will be thrown in. Two minutes left to go in this first half. As the sky is getting dark here at Docking Stadium, as good job from Schneider making sure the ball is okay to kick. And a good kick, but it bounces in at Zoli. Zoli with a good job getting the ball quickly. Passes on over to Anderson. To Alana Earl. Looks like Zoli tried to call for it. As that reminds us that communication is always very important in soccer, whether you're on offense or defense. Earl with a good job preventing that one from going out of play. As we are now under a minute here in this first half. As this will be a throw-in from Earl. Right at Bergeron. Bergeron with a good kick. Right at Zoe Greenbaum. Now it's Zoli. Now Melanie Perney's got it. Good play from Greenbaum. Nice header from Sarah Hohenscheid. But it gets by Bree Akins. 10 seconds left. Will they go for a third goal? They will not. 3 seconds left. Good effort, though, from Bree Akins. But it is 2-0 Bulldogs. What a first half it has been here at Docking Stadium, as they lead 2-0. And it looks like we're going to take a 15-minute break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports.
firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
And we are back here at Docking Stadium for the second half as the Bulldogs have a 2-0 lead. As both goals were scored from Riley Mugrabi. She has had quite a performance tonight. As we'll see, 2 shots for Spalding, 9 for Adrian College, 1 corner kick for Spalding, 3 for Adrian, and Spalding has 3 saves, while Adrian College just had 1. As these were the stats, this was everything that happened back in the first half. As we get ready for another 45 minutes of some fun Bulldog soccer. So get your microwave popcorn, pull up a chair. As Zoe Greenbaum gets ready for the kickoff. Again, I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Dylan Knighton is your director. Olivia upstairs is working the camera for us tonight, as the sky is now completely dark here at Adrian. As Adrian College will have an advantage here in the second half as they lead 2-0. And the Golden Eagles will have to play a little bit of catch-up. Zoe Greenbaum, whenever she's ready. The ref blows the whistle, and here we go for half number 2. It's Jordan Schneider will get ready to make her goal kick as she backs up. Gets enough momentum, and a good line drive kick from Jordan Schneider. And now coming to get that one is Faith Rutherford. Now Ellie Trentman with a very quick throw in. Now since it is the second half, that means that the goalies have to change their spots, which means both teams will have to change their directions for where they're going to score. Bree Aikens coming to get that one. But a good steal. Now Taylor Mahoney gets it right by Zoli. Looks like Zoli tried to steal that one, but she missed. But it gets back to at Adrian College. Greenbaum coming to get it. She goes for the goal. And Schneider makes the catch. Now Rutherford with a good play on that one. Just the start of things here in the second half. As that ball will go out of play. Now Sydney Anderson with the throw-in. Makes a good kick. Schneider has to pick that one up again. Schneider taking her time before making her kick. Need by Josie Huber. That one's kicked, but it gets right by the goal. As Caitlin Stanton will pick it up. As Stanton has the ball where she wants it. And a good line drive kick from Stanton. But Akins will make that one go out of play. And a good header from Sarah Hohenscheid. But it goes back out of play as the Golden Eagles will have their third throw-in of this half. Now Tegan Bergeron coming to get it. And a nice kick from the captain, Sydney Anderson. Now Frick makes it go out of play. Good effort, though, from Melanie Frick. But now Tori Pylon with the throw-in. Fosmoen with the knee. With a little stumble, but she gets back up. Now Trevor with the throw-in. Gets back to Pylon. Now Hohenscheid. Now right at Sydney Anderson. Gets it over to Zoli. Now Bree Akins. And a nice header from, that was Bergeron, I believe. Pylon comes to get it. But it's blocked by Ellie Trentman. Now Tori Pylon gets ready to throw it in. Now it's right at Zoe Greenbaum. Back to Pylon. And that was close. But Schneider with a good pickup. Taylor Mahoney took a second to make sure her shoes were tied. But it gets right by Anderson. Sarah Hohenscheid passes over to Fosmoen. Right at Bergeron. Now Hohenscheid making good work with the ball. But it goes out of play. So now it'll be a... Now Sydney Anderson takes a few seconds to make sure her laces are tied. As she gets ready for the throw-in. Now Bree Akins will make that one go out of play as Anderson will have to throw it in again. But it gets right by Greenbaum. That one goes out of play right toward the hill. It's Jordan Schneider. Schneider backs up, making sure she has all the momentum she needs. And a good line drive kick. And the ref blows the whistle. We'll see what the call will be pretty shortly. And this will be a free kick from Bergeron. And she's got it. And a good header from the Golden Eagles. Melanie Frick coming to get that one. And a good steal from Kelsey Zoli. Anna-Marie Fosmoen goes for it. And Bree Akins tried going for the goal, but it was blocked by the Golden Eagles. And it goes out of play as Anderson throws it into Hohenscheid. Anderson passes it over to Greenbaum. Now at Josie Huber. Anderson again. But a steal from the Golden Eagles as Anderson stumbles. And she goes down. Let's hope she's okay. And it looks like we're going to take a short break as it looks like Anderson might be hurt, but we'll be right back after these messages.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
And we are back here at Docking Stadium as Sydney Anderson is being taken out of the game. But it looks like she seems to be doing okay. But the Bulldogs will try to pick up where they left off. And now Kelsey Zoli passes it over to Josie Huber. Now Fosmoen comes to get it, but the ref blows the whistle. We'll see what the call will be. Now Jordan Schneider will get ready. She makes a good line drive kick right at Josie Huber. Kelsey Zoli with a nice header right at Fosmoen. Now Zoli making good offense with the ball. But it gets by Fosmoen as it heads toward the end line, and it will go out of play.
Now Jordan Schneider does a good job again making sure she has momentum, and she's got it. But it gets right by Zolias. Looked like she tried to knee that one. But Tori Pylon has it. Making good offense with the ball. Now at Bree Akins. Right to Zoe Greenbaum. And Greenbaum goes down. A couple of her teammates help her up as she gets up. Looks like she's okay. And it looks like we'll have a penalty kick as Anna Marie Fosmoen gets ready. Crowd going silence as Fosmoen gets ready for the penalty kick. Schneider gets ready. Will she get it? And she misses. So Fosmoen will miss the penalty kick. But now Schneider will get ready to put the ball back in play. And it's kneed by Melanie Frick. She passes on over to Madison Diedzik. Still 2-0, Adrian College. Now Kelsey Zoli. Zoli doing a good job passing the ball over to Fosmoen. And this one's close toward the touchline. But a good recovery from Fosmoen. Zoli tried to get it, but a steal from Melanie Frick. That was headed toward Kaylin Stan. This one's going to be close. And a good job by Freeze. Good defensive play shown from Adrian College. Now this will be a corner kick for the Golden Eagles. Now that one's rolled over to Julie Nelson as she maneuvers that ball over to Melanie Frick. And it gets by Ellie Trentman, and it will go out of play. Now it looks like we're going to get a substitute as Bree Akins has come to the sidelines as Riley Mugrabi, who scored 2 goals back in the first half, will come back into this game. Now Zoli plays that one on her toes. A little stumble, but recovers. Now Melanie Frick over to Trentman. Over to Faith Rutherford. And this will be a throw-in from Tori Pylon. Zoli gets that one over to Hohenscheid. Mugrabi gets it right by Greenbaum. Now Josie Huber coming to get it. And a good job from Huber guarding the ball. Over to Tori Pylon. Back to Mugrabi. As Melanie Perney trying to make that one. And they made the ball cornered. But a good recovery from Perney. Gets it over to Mugrabi. Right to Fosmoen. And it went in the goal, but it was too late. But we'll see what the call will be from the ref as the whistle was blown. Just a second before the ball went in. Or else that would have been the third goal of the night for Adrian College, but it is still 2-0 Bulldogs. And there's the header from Zoe Greenbaum. Zoli trying to get it, but it goes out of play. Now we're getting more substitutes. As Emma Dalzocchio will come in and substitute for Sarah Hohenscheid. This will be Dalzocchio's first time in this game tonight. And I believe this is her season debut overall. At a home game, at least. Now Tori Pylon will get ready for another throw-in, as she's done a good job at that tonight. But it gets back out of play as she'll have to try it again. Pylon hesitated for a moment, but the ball gets in. And it's caught again by Jordan Schneider. Schneider has shown exactly why she was chosen as the Defensive Player of the Week. As the Golden Eagles will have another throw-in. Now Dalzocchio gets her foot on the ball for the first time, but it goes out of play. And now Greenbaum. Good recovery. But just like that, it gets right back to the Golden Eagles. It looks like from the sidelines, Caitlin Dake will be coming in this game pretty shortly. Now Bergeron coming to get that one. But it's quickly received back. That one's headed toward the corner. And we'll see what the call will be from the ref. And Caitlin Dake is coming back into this game. And Zoe Greenbaum will be coming out, at least for now. A good kick. But it goes out of play as Golden Eagles will have another throw-in. Pylon has it where she wants it. Gets it over to Fosmoen. Zoli coming to get it. Dake chasing after it. And Zoli looks like she was calling for Dake to pass it back to her. And a little stumble. But this will result in a free kick for the Golden Eagles. As Macy Rollins gets set for it. Now Tori Pylon tried to play it, but it gets back to Ellie Trentman. Right to Melanie Frick. Now Madison Dietzik. But now that one's kicked. It ends up out of play again. A little more than 25 minutes left to go in this second half. Again, I'm Forrest Vernier alongside Dylan Knighton. Olivia upstairs working the camera for us tonight. And a good save from Caitlin Stanton. As it looks like she was And she was just able to get her hands on the ball. But just as it was possibly about to score in. But now we will have a corner kick. Well, we'll see who's going to kick it first. And now there's the corner kick. And a good header from Caitlin Dake. Makes that one go out of play. 24 minutes left to go in this second half. Now Caitlin Stanton gets ready for the goal kick. And a nice kick from Caitlin Stanton. That one gets by Julie Nelson. Over to Riley Mugrabi. Now Foz Moen's got it. Making good work with it. And will it go in? No, it will not. As that one just hits the rim of the goal. There's a good kick from Schneider. Head bumped by Kelsey Zoli. As Mugrabi's got it. Foz Moen going for it. But a good play from Jordan Schneider. As that was offside. As she gets ready for the offside kick. Again, doing a good job backing up. Nice line drive kick. Nice header from Kelsey Zoli. It looks like we'll have a free kick. A good free kick from Macy Rollins. That one heads toward the corner, and it hits the flagpole. Now we'll have a throw-in. There's the header from Dalzocchio. And we'll see what the call will be from the ref, as it looks like Sydney Anderson is coming back into this game. As earlier, she took a little bit of a tumble, but she seems to be doing all right. Now Anderson trying to pick up right back where she left off. And now Mugrabi's got it. Trying to play some defense. But the ball gets through the end line. 20 minutes left to go in this second half. Now Caitlin Stanton will get ready to play it offside with a goal kick. I apologize. Now that one was played by Anderson. Passed over to Elise Fries. Now Zoli. Over to Perney. Now Caitlin Dake gets it by Mugrabi. And now it'll be a throw-in from Melanie Perney, I believe. As she makes the throw-in, Huber will pass it back to Perney. Now it looks like Ellie Trentman will be coming back into this game pretty shortly as she cheers on for her teammates from the sidelines. And it gets right by Dake. Now right at Grace Streitenberger. Right at Sydney Anderson. Right at Caitlin Dake. And a good kick from her. And it gets right over Mugrabi. As this will result, this will either be a free kick or a throw-in. We'll see what happens. As Schneider picks it up. She'll play it between the 10 and 20 yard. Makes a good kick. Good play from Perney. Right at Dalzocchio and back to Perney. Now coming to get that one is Tegan Bergeron. Good offense. Zoli passes it back to Josie Huber. Now it's passed over to Dalzocchio. Now Zoli gets it from in the middle of the field. Passed over to Caitlin Dake. Dake making quick work with the ball. Goes for it. And the header from Foz Moen just gets by the post of the goal. But it's still 2-0 Adrian College. As Jordan Schneider will make another goal kick. "16 minutes left to go in this second half. There's the goal kick from Schneider. The good header from Josie Huber. And Dake with a good job getting to the ball. And it goes back and forth between Dake and Trentman, but it ends up going out of play. Now Tegan Bergeron's got it. Gets ready for the throw-in. Right at Foz Moen. Now Zoli makes quick work. Zoli doing a good job there. Pass it over to Bergeron. That one's headed toward the goal. It's going to be close. And Mugrabi tried to go for it. Foz Moen stumbled, but she's okay. And that was good back and forth offense and defense. As we hear the fans chanting some Seven Nation Army. As they're enjoying this game tonight here at Docking Stadium. And this will be a corner kick from Caitlin Dake. And it hits the crossbar. Or that was the crossbar. I apologize. Jordan Schneider gets ready for the goal kick. And it gets by Dalzocchio. And there's the header from Taylor Mahoney. And that ball gets right over Freese. She passes it on over to Sydney Anderson. Anderson with a good kick. Right towards Mugrabi. And it goes out of play. There's a good kick from the Golden Eagles. Now Faith Rutherford. But now that gets over to Emma Dalzocchio. But it gets by Mugrabi. Now Fosmoen tried to get it. But the ball gets out of play. Mugrabi with a good pop-up kick. Josie Huber coming to get it. Good job by Huber. She tried to pass over to Caitlin Dake. And now Bailey Young tried to play that one, but it gets back to Bergeron. Fosmoen. Dake chasing after it, headed toward the corner. But it gets right over Mugrabi. And we'll get a new ball thrown in. Or will we? It's been a 2-0 game in favor of your Adrian College Bulldogs. Again, both goals have been scored by Riley Mugrabi. But the Golden Eagles trying everything they can to fight back. And that one goes right over the crossbar. Jordan Schneider will have another goal kick. And she backs up. Gets as much momentum as she needs. And there's the goal kick. And a nice header from Caitlin Dake. That one bounces in right at the touch line. Bergeron throws it in right over Fosmoen. This one's going to be close. Zoli goes for it, and she's done it! This time they do the job! Kelsey Zoli with the score! Adrian College now 3-0. And we'll take a look at this one again. And Zoli just went for it. That was a clean goal. And let Bruiser paw print that one on the board as Adrian College makes an extension to their lead with just a little more than 10 minutes left to go. Now we got less than 10 minutes left here in the second half. 3-0 Bulldogs. And there's the header from Perney, I believe. Now it gets back to Mugrabi. We just got word that the goal from Kelsey Zoli was assisted by Tegan Bergeron. Less than 9 minutes left to go in this second half here at Docking Stadium. As Zoli gets that ball again. Passes on over to Caitlin Dake. And Dake making good work with the ball. This one's going to be close. She goes for it. Fosmoen with the knee. But it gets away from the post. And now Sarah Hohenscheid is going to come in and substitute for Sydney Anderson. As Caitlin Dake will get ready for her 5th corner kick of this second half, I believe. As that one gets right over Josie Huber. Now the Golden Eagles will get ready for another throw-in. Kelsey Zoli passing that over to Caitlin Dake. Now right at Josie Huber. Right over to Emma Dalzocchio. Huber with a good recovery. Now Sarah Hohenscheid, who is now back into this game. Now it goes to Kylie Wilson. 7 minutes left to go in this second half. 3-0 Bulldogs, as not too long ago just got the goal from Kelsey Zoli. And again, the first two were from Riley Mugrabi. Now Caitlin Stanton gets ready for the goal kick. Not a very high distance, but a very good going. Good job for making the ball go out. Melanie Perney trying to play on that one, but it goes into the corner. 6 minutes left to go here at Docking Stadium. And the ball gets by Caitlin Dake. Fosmoen tries to get it. But now Stanton with a good catch. And it looks like from the sidelines, Alana Earl is getting ready to come back into this game. Shortly we'll find out who she'll substitute for. A good header from Dalzocchio. Zoli with a good kick. Gets by Mugrabi, and it's going to go over the touchline. And also Bree Akins and Carly Chamberlain will join in, as all three of them will come into this game, and they'll substitute for Caitlin Dake, Emma Dalzocchio, and Riley Mugrabi will be coming in, headed towards the sidelines, as they're being greeted by their coaches Nathan Kronwetter, the head coach, and the assistant coach Abby Fowler. Nathan Kronwetter, it's his first season as a coach here at Adrian College. As his plans were working well for his team tonight. Fosmoen tried to get it, but it was kicked and it will roll out of play from Ellie Trentman, I believe. Now Bergeron comes to get it. Carly Chamberlain tried to play it, but the ball gets right by her. But what an effort from Chamberlain chasing down the ball. But Sarah Hohenscheid will have her first throw-in of this second half. And Fosmoen misses with the header. Zoli making good work with it. But Zoe falls down. But she gets back up. Now Jordan Schneider will back up for another goal kick. And it looks like for the Bulldogs, Kylie Wilson will be getting ready to come into this game pretty soon, along with Cassidy Seaton, as they both make their entrances, as Elise Fries and Anna Marie Fosmoen Fosmoen and Fries are greeted by Nathan Kronwetter and all their teammates. What a game this has been tonight. And now Jordan Schneider comes to pick it up. Bulldogs have a 3-0 lead. But also what an effort the Golden Eagles have shown with their defense. Both teams overall just never give up, no matter who's winning or who's losing. They have shown some classic teamwork and motivation. Now Macy Rollins gets ready for the free kick. Now there's the header from Dalzocchio. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second half. And that one hits the crossbar. And this will be, it looks like this could be the final corner kick of the night. And there's the header. And a stumble. But she gets back up. And it looks like the Golden Eagles will have a penalty kick. I believe Faith Ruthenford is the one who's getting ready for the penalty kick. And she's got it. As the Eagles will avoid the shutout tonight. And let's take a look at that one again. As Ruthenford does a good job with the kick. But it gets right on the top of the, but it gets right into the left corner. But we have 1 minute left to go here at Docking Stadium. That one's headed toward the corner. Faith Rutherford with a good job scoring the penalty kick. As we have about 30 seconds left to go. Both teams trying to go out with a bang here. 20 seconds left to go. As this could be the last throw-in of the night. 10 seconds left on the clock. And one more throw-in. It ends up right to Wilson, and that's it. As your Adrian College Bulldogs will defeat the Spalding Golden Eagles 3-1. Overall, what a performance shown tonight from Riley Mugrabi, as she scored the first 2 goals in the first half, and in the second half, Kelsey Zoli scored the 3rd goal for Adrian College, and the only goal scored tonight was not too long ago, a penalty kick from Faith Rutherford. What a performance shown tonight from both teams. And also, I'd like to remind those of you watching, if you don't want to miss any of our streams, make sure to subscribe to our channel and tap the bell for notifications so you don't miss another great game here on ACTV. What a night this has been. As we have had a hard-working crew with us tonight. Olivia upstairs working the top camera. Dylan Knighton is your director. I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Also, hope everyone has a happy homecoming tomorrow night as we get ready for our football game. Welcome back here at Docking Stadium as your Bulldogs are celebrating their victory. And make sure to stick around tomorrow for the football game as your Bulldogs for the football team will take on Bluffton University. And your final score is Adrian College 3, Spalding 1. Okay. As we hope you have a happy Friday. As the F-Rock says, go in love and peace.